lineups coming up. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. As we're getting ready for Wednesday night basketball, the A-Town Tornadoes already taking home a win here earlier this evening, a 44-13 drubbing of the Ridgewood Spartans in our JV contest. Now we'll see what the varsity team can do. Will they make it 2 for 2, or will Ridgewood right the wrong of that loss and pick up their win here tonight? So that's certainly what their goal is going to be, and we'll see how this one plays out here as we get ready for starting lineups here and I think the national anthem. We'll see. We'll see if the national anthem will be going on here. It looks like the cheerleaders are all lining up for the national anthem, so that tells me that we are going to have the national anthem. So, with that in mind, we are going to take a timeout, and right after this, we'll have starting lineups. Right after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to A-Town High School, Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH, as we're getting ready for some Wednesday night basketball here this evening, as it's going to be a good one here between the Ridgewood Spartans and the A-Town Tornadoes, as the A-Town coming in off of a very tricky Macomb Western Holiday Tournament, I will call it. As the A-Town Tornadoes got a big win. They knocked off the number 4 seed in the tournament, Pittsfield, in the very first round, but then followed that up with 2 straight losses. So, and they were close losses, a tough loss against Macomb, and the Monmouth-Roseville game, that was also a close game, it looked like, but ended up losing that one, I think, by 12, something like that. So getting ready for the starting lineups here, as Ridgewood getting ready to come out on to the floor, as they're going through all the spiel there, but I can look down and I can see who is our starter. So let's go down there. Let's see, number 33 is Ashton Staley. Let's see, number 2 on the roster for Ridgewood is Wes Sandberg. Number 13 is Riley Couture, a name that we heard quite a bit if you were watching TSSR do the football broadcasts of Ridgewood. We were there a couple of different times. Number 25 is Roy Sandberg, and number 22 is Garrett Vincent. I didn't do it in the order that they're going to do it in, so just bear with me there. All right, so their starting lineup: Wes Sandberg, number 2, number 13, Riley Couture, number 22, Garrett Vincent, number 25, Roy Sandberg, and number 33, Ashton Staley. A-Town Tornadoes. Now, I can't look down and see what their starting lineup is, so I could have told you that, though. Dre Anderson, number 2, making his way out onto the floor. Kellen Hook also out there, the senior.
Number 5,
Carter Redfern in there, number 5 as well. Number 24, Asa Stiegel. And then the other one that I didn't have is number 13, Drew Fouch. Boom, there you go. There's your starting lineups here for A-Town. Dre Anderson, Kellen Hook, Carter Redfern, Drew Fouch, and Asa Stiegel. Let's play some basketball here. 8-minute quarters here. We had 7-minute quarters in the JV game. I don't know if that's a JV rule or if that's because of roster sizes. I don't know. Both teams had some pretty good size rosters. I think that's just a JV rule. Somebody want to help me out in the comments, feel free to do so. By the way, speaking of the comment section, we would love to hear from you as the game goes along. Give us your reaction to some of the things you're seeing, as the tip-off is won by Drew Fouch, and A-Town will bring it left to right as you look at your screen here to start this one off with those rockin' pink shoes there by Dre Anderson. I dig those. Got a lot of great shoe colors out there on the floor. Have to keep an eye on that. There's a left wing 3 on the way. Oh my, that would have been a great start to this ball game for Dre Anderson, but he misses. Rebound comes out. Here come the Spartans right to left wearing those navy blue uniforms with the white numbers and letters. A-Town doing what they did in the JV game, wearing the whites, this time with black. Oh, offensive rebound. Nice play there. Turnaround shot. That one's up no good by Ashton Staley. And the rebound now goes to A-Town. Just getting underway here in our contest. Again, A-Town coming in off the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament where they played 3 games in 3 days. 1 win and 2 losses. Very close games, though, all of them. A-Town, a very deceiving 7-9 record. That one's kicked out of bounds off the hands of the Tornadoes. They come in with a 7-9 record, and you think, oh, man, they're having a tough year. Not so much. I mean, they've had some very close games against some very, very tricky competition. They were able to beat Elmwood here a few weeks back. But, I mean, they've also had games against Farmington. Some really, really tough competition this season for A-Town. And I think that's what the way Corey Link, the head coach of the Tornadoes, that's the way he wants it. That's tipped, stolen away. This team's got a lot of talent on it, though. And it's kind of surprising to look at their record and see that they're 7-9. Fighting for the basketball, Asa Stiegel comes away with it. A whistle at a tie-up, and that'll be Spartan basketball as they have the possession arrow. Dang it, I was going to try to make that change. Trying to get the possession arrow on the scoreboard. Maybe next time. Alex, a hello to you in the comment section. He just said, real simply, hey. Hello to you as well, Mr. Alex. As Roy Sandberg kicks it inside, backing down, losing the handle, gets it back, puts up the shot. That one's up and good. Ashton Staley, the first basket of the ball game. And the Spartans out to a 2-0 lead. Under 6 minutes to go here in our first quarter. Getting it right side. Losing the handle for a minute was Redfern as a whistle and a foul is called. Carter Redfern is bumped. As I take a look at some of the previous scoring numbers, Carter Redfern had a great game against Bushnell-Prairie City. Last game I did on December 20th, he had 16 points in that ball game. He was bumped. The foul, by the way, going on number 2 for Ridgewood, and I'll get that. Wes Sandberg, the foul. Travel is called at the top of the key. Shuffling his feet a little bit was Garrett Vincent. Some of these names, like I said, if you were watching TSSR's football coverage, maybe you watched the playoff game for Ridgewood versus St. Thomas More. A shocking upset there. There's top of the key. There's a 3. That's off the back iron, no good. But some of those names that you heard on the football field, they're out there on the basketball court as well. Some great athletes coming from Ridgewood High School. Here they come with it with a 2-0 lead. Up top, it's Riley Couture. He was their starting quarterback in the football world. 8-man football for Ridgewood. And that's tipped and stolen away. And a foul is called. Carter Redfern had the basketball. He is fouled. We'll see who they give that one to. I believe they're going to give that one on Garrett Vincent. That's his first, team second. And let's see who just checked in here. Weston Marler checking into the game for A-Town, number 21. Into the corner it goes to Marler. Nice pass to Redfern at the free throw line. A little left-handed hook shot. That one's up no good. Rebound comes out to the Spartans. 4:42 to go here in the first. Low-scoring affair here early. 2-0 is our score. Nice ball movement. Nice pass cutting to the basket. But unable to handle it is Riley Couture. That goes out of bounds. It'll be turnover for the Spartans. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first. 2-0 again our score. Fouch kicks it to Redfern. Back up top to Dre Anderson. Into the corner it goes Stiegel. Back to Redfern. A-Town very patient as a nice pass inside. The pump fake got the Spartan to jump. And Drew Fouch will go to the free throw line for the first time here today, trying to put the first points of the contest up for the Spartans, or excuse me, the Tornadoes. My apologies there. First free throw on the way, it's up and good. 1 point in for Drew Fouch, it's 2-1. Alex in the comments asking, do I do Macomb football? I do not do Macomb football, but we do Macomb football at TSSR. I do not, however, do the broadcast for that. Second free throw's up and good. Our great crew at TSSR doing those broadcasts. Another steal for A-Town. Redfern, the left-handed layup in transition, laying that one up and in. And A-Town with a 4-2 lead. 3:50 to go here in the first. Now a little full court pressure here, trying to rattle the Spartans in the early going. Boy, big screen right there, just past half court. Football pass goes inside, and a little turnaround shot, that's no good. Offensive rebound, putback is up and in, and a foul. Ashton Staley getting that one to go. He's got all 4 points for the Spartans. He'll have a chance to get the 5th point. Drew Fouch picking up the foul. That's his first foul for the Tornadoes. Already 3 fouls by the Spartans. The and one free throw is no good. Fight for the rebound. A-Town able to win that one back. Under 3.5 minutes to go here in the first. That is tipped and stolen away. Here comes Ridgewood the other way in transition. Laying that one up and in is Wes Sandberg. And a quick timeout for head coach Corey Link. Not happy with what he is seeing. We'll take a timeout, full timeout. Back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to A-Town High School, Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call. TSSR Game Time Live brought to you by MDH. as we get ready to start coming out of the timeout, excuse me. So used to our first timeout being at the end of quarters, but an early timeout for head coach Corey Link, trying to kind of stop what has been going on here. A lot of turnovers here for the A-Town Tornadoes, so he wanted to take a quick timeout here, try to rethink. Nearly another turnover there. Here's Redfern with it. He's going to take it all the way to the basket, laying it up left-handed, no good. Rebound comes out to the Spartans. Here they come right to left. Back up top of the key. Sandberg's got it. He's going to shoot the three. That one's short. Fight for the rebound. Falls into the hands for Drew Fouch. And a whistle and a foul. That'll be the fourth foul of the quarter on Ridgewood. That's on Roy Sandberg. So we got Wes and Roy Sandberg out there. I can't remember who was. I think it was Roy Sandberg who was the excellent football player. I mean, he just carved it. Was it Bushnell that I saw him carve up? I'd have to go back and look at my notes if I even have those football notes. Kellen Hook gets it right side. New face into the game. Jacob Hall in for the first time here today for A-Town. Nice pass to Stiegel on the baseline. Good ball movement. There's a three on the way in the corner for Hook. No good. Offensive rebound goes to Stiegel. Puts up the shot. No good. That might have been tipped. And the rebound comes out to the Spartans. Low scoring affair, 6-4. 2:20 to go. Kind of the theme of a lot of A-Town's games here recently. Low scoring affair against Bushnell. Couple of low scoring affairs. Cutting to the basket. Nice shot. That one left-handed shot, no good by Riley Couture. Couple of low scoring affairs in the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. Carter Redfern gets it inside. A lot of contact, no call. Drew Fouch gets the offensive rebound, lays it up and in, and a foul. Drew Fouch, he's got 4 points in the and one opportunity. Chance to give A-Town the lead with 1:55 to go here in quarter number one. And that is the fifth foul, so that'll put A-Town in the bonus the rest of the way. A-Town does have a foul, as I tried to update that, and then it got rid of my scoreboard. Free throws up and good by Drew Fouch. He's 3 for 3 from the line here today. And the lead, 1 point lead for the Spartans, or excuse me, for the Tornadoes, and an over and back by the Spartans. Oh, that's why my bonus wasn't showing up. I'd click the possession arrow instead of the bonus. Whistle and a foul, I believe, away from the ball. Oh, they're going to get a technical foul on Ridgewood. I think that's on their head coach, Brent Vincent. Technical free throws coming for Drew Fouch, who already has 5 points here in the game. 5 of the 7 points for A-Town. I didn't hear what was said, if anything was said. So I'm being told that he was arguing with the officials, and he may have said something he wasn't supposed to. Either way, technical free throw, first one no good. Second free throw for Fouch, also no good. So unable to take advantage on the technical free throws, Drew Fouch. A-Town will have possession, however. 1:48 to go here in our first. Julie helping me out in the comments section. It was Roy Sandberg. That was the name. That was the name. I do remember the Sandberg name, but couldn't quite remember if it was Roy or Wes who was the running back. Just carved. I mean, just every time he touched it, it felt like he was going 45 yards down the field. Fouls on Carter Redfern. Julie Sandberg helping me out there in the comments section. I appreciate the help there, Julie. Good to have everybody along here with us here this evening. 7-6 our score. New face into the game here for the Spartans. I'll get to that here in just a second. Couple of new faces, I think. Left-handed shot. That one's up no good by Garrett Vincent. Oh, they're going to say that's an offensive foul. Alex White into the game, number 50. Big number 50 there with the highlighter pink shoes. You'll see him on the Next possession here. Weston Marler being led to the locker room by one of the assistant coaches. Have to keep an eye on that. I don't know if he got poked in the eye or something. Nice pass from Anderson to Hall. That shot's up no good. And a good rebound here as the Spartans will take it over. Alex White, there he is with his highlighter pink shoes. 58 seconds to go here in our first quarter. A great competitive contest here, 7-6. Putting up the shot, a lot of contact, no call. White gets the offensive rebound, but it's tipped, and they're going to say it's out of bounds. Dre Anderson trying to argue his case. Preston Moriarty, I believe he checked into the game. He's also a good back for Ridgewood. A lot of good running backs for the Ridgewood Spartans as a whistle and a foul is called with 43 seconds to go here. A lot of great talent really on both sides. I mean, I've talked about Ridgewood, but I've also talked throughout the season in various games that I've been doing as the inbounds play goes out of bounds. Kind of a mess of a situation there. There was a lot of buzz coming into this season. It's been a kind of an up and down contest here today, or up and down season, I should say, for the A-Town Tornadoes. Got a good win against Elmwood. As a steal, here comes the Spartans, but they've played some really tough competition and have played them really well, losing a lot of close games. Will it be another close game here tonight? We shall see. 20 seconds to go. There's just a lot of names on this roster here. Staley's with it. That is tipped and nearly stolen away. Staley's got it back on the baseline. 9 seconds to go, trying to get up a shot. It does get up the shot. It's no good, but a foul is called. Alex, I do not know who was doing the BPC game tonight. I do know we do have it there, so if you're looking for the BPC game, just go to our homepage here at TSSR, and you'll be able to find the answer. I don't know who's doing it, though. Schedule didn't have names. I just knew I was going to be here. As the first free throw is up and good by Ashton Staley. He's got 5 points to lead the way for the Spartans. We are tied at 7. Wes Sandberg, the only other player to have points here in the ball game. Second free throw is up and good. Staley gives the Spartans the lead, 8-7, 5 seconds to go, and dribbling it out of bounds is Carter Redfern. And that was kind of a botched final possession. Now Ridgewood with a chance to get the final possession. 3.4 seconds to go. Spartans get the ball inbounded, losing the handle there. 1.2 seconds to go and another turnover. Wes Sandberg losing the handle out of bounds. Nobody wants to take the final shot, apparently, here in this quarter. Kellen Hook will inbound it, gets it to Hall. Three-quarter court, not going to take the shot. And that'll end our first quarter of basketball. What a great competitive first quarter as we go to the second quarter. We got a timeout. Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH as we get ready to start quarter number 2. Very competitive first quarter. Sees Ridgewood, the Spartans of Ridgewood, with a 1-point lead as we get ready to go here in the second. Reset the foul situation here. No bonus now. Now we're good to go. We saw enough fouls that I think A-Town would be in the bonus the rest of the way if we had the old rules. Oh, but anyway. Here we go as the inbound play nearly turned over, nearly disaster there for A-Town to start. Stiegel gets it to Hall. Good ball movement. Anderson, little mid-range jumper from the baseline. That's no good. Offensive rebound, put back no good by Fouch, and the rebound comes out. Here come the Spartans the other way. Up top, good pass into the corner. White, he's got it. Gets it back up top to Wes Sandberg, 23. That's Preston Moriarty. Moriarty back with it. Right side, Riley Couture back into the game. Thinking about a shot is Sandberg. They'll instead move the ball around. Looking for that right shot here are the Spartans, leading it 8-7. Moriarty with it, left side. Now back up top. Great defense here by A-Town. Not able to find anything. 6:40 to go here in our second. A lot of ball movement, no shot. Now finally a shot for Sandberg. It hit the front of the rim and goes in. Boy, you don't see that very often. A shot hit the front of the rim and bounces up and in. Double team at the midcourt stripe. Hook gets it to Stiegel, cutting to the basket. That one's blocked away. Oh my goodness, what a play by Ashton Staley. Able to tip that one away. A-Town will keep possession. Fouch back to Hook, now into the corner. Dre Anderson, open corner three. That one's short. And a rebound comes out. Here come the Spartans with it now. 6:05 to go here in the second. 11-7. Low scoring affair. Driving. Oh, nice pass. Putting it up is Staley. Offensive rebound. Staley gets it back. He's going to put it up again. And that one's no good. A whistle. And they're going to call an over the back call on Riley Couture. Oh, no, they call it on Staley. Ashton Staley. That's his second, team's first. I don't know if I agree with that one. I thought it was number 13, Riley Couture. $5:52 to go here in our second quarter. Good ball movement here by the Tornadoes, getting it to Hall. He's up close, misses the easy shot, no good. Offensive rebound, the cleanup by Asa Stiegel. And the Tornadoes on the board for the first time here in the second quarter. They trail 11-9. Well, you just get the sense. There's a corner three. That one's no good. Hall with the rebound. You just get the sense this is going to be a very close contest. Marler back into the game, but he threw it away on the baseline. He looks back and says, my mistake, my mistake. We saw the assistant coach, or I saw the assistant coach. I don't know if it was on the camera. Assistant coach was leading Weston Marler off the floor, but don't know what it was about, but looks like he's good to go. Good defense. That's tipped and stolen away. Drew Fouch all by himself the other way. He's going to lay it up and in with a right-handed layup. Drew Fouch, the steal and the bucket. We're tied at 11. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Boy, nearly throwing that one away. A nice play by Moriarty to save that one from going into the backcourt. White going to shoot that one. Right wing three. That one's up and good. Alex White. He may be a big fella, but he is showing off his range. A timeout on the floor. 14-11 our score. 4:42 to go in the first half. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. As we're almost midway through our second quarter of basketball. A very, very good contest here between the A-Town Tornadoes and the Ridgewood Spartans. Scoreboard finally updating there. Ridgewood with a 3-point lead as a three from the right wing for Alex White. Just before we went to break, Corey Link, head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, calling the timeout. I think that's his second that he's used. And now, after that timeout, A-Town will keep it. And they will try to reset here. Nice pass across court to Hook, losing the handle, but a whistle and a foul. I think that one's going to be on Alex White. It is indeed Alex White after hitting that three just a moment ago. He's going to pick up the foul. 4:31 to go here in our second quarter. Stiegel gets it in to Fouch. Fouch leading the way with 7 points for A-Town. Nice pass to Redfern, left-handed layup. That one's up and good. Carter Redfern getting the basket. Nice play out of the timeout for A-Town. They trail by 1. New face into the game for Ridgewood. That is number 11, Zach Arredondo. Love that last name right there, Arredondo. Moriarty back to White. He's going to shoot left wing this time. That one's off the rim, no good. Good fight for the rebound, and the offensive rebound goes to Ridgewood. Weston Marlar had it in his hand for a moment, but he lost the handle. By the way, number 21 in the JV game was not Weston Marlar. I don't know who that was on the JV roster. I'll have to get a name from Corey Link, the head coach. It's a new face I have not seen this season. Nice cut to the basket. A little floater. Arredondo's shot no good. Offensive rebound by Moriarty. And a little left-handed shot. That one's no good. Redfern comes away with a rebound. And a whistle and a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take a little 15-second timeout. Why not? Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back, A-Town High School, Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. A-Town using another timeout. They wanted to get that possession. Wanted to make sure they got that possession, so once they had possession, a quick timeout. It would have been a turnover otherwise, or a foul. But head coach Corey Link not taking any chances. He wanted to make sure that he got his possession. So, the possession does go to the Tornadoes, trailing by 1. I feel like this is a big point here in this ball game, these final 3 minutes of the first half. Nice pass from Stiegel, gets it to Fouch. Little left-handed shot from Redfern's no good. Offensive rebound goes to Fouch, and he's going to try to get the positioning. Misses the shot, and a good scrap for the rebound. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartan basketball. Alex, my apologies. I just now saw that comment there. They say waiting for someone. If that's on the Bushnell game, that might be because the JV game went long. So they may be running a little behind there in Bushnell tonight. But I'm not sure. I haven't pulled up the stream to find out. 2:35 to go here in the first half. Wes Sandberg gets it into the corner. That was Arredondo with it. Good ball movement again, getting it to White. Sandberg's got it left side, now back up top. Tell you, the Spartans, they like to take their time, make sure they get that right shot, and they will pass it around until they get that shot. Couture thought about shooting it, but instead they're going to try moving it around again. .152 to go here in the first half, 14-13. Great competitive ball game so far. Both teams with 6 points here in this second quarter. Right side, Moriarty back up top. Thinking about a shot was Couture, but he thought otherwise. Under a minute and a half to go. This possession has taken quite a bit of time off the clock here if you're the Spartans. Seems to be the kind of ball they like to do. Boy, bodies flying everywhere. Sandberg was on the ground. It ended up tripping. There's Alex White, a deep three. That one's no good. And an offensive rebound, and it's thrown away. Asa Stiegel coming the other way. 3-on-2. Nice pass to Redfern, driving to the basket, laying it up and in. Counted and a foul. Carter Redfern, the basket, and one. What a shot. Boy, and that's just kind of a change of momentum. Felt like the Spartans really had all the momentum with just how much ball control they've been running. But here came A-Town quickly in transition, kind of a bang-bang play trying to get the foul drawn. Riley Couture thought he was set, but it was not the case. And it's a blocking foul. Free throw is no good, so no three-point play. 15-14, A-Town with the lead. And now showing a little full court pressure are the Tornadoes. 56.1 seconds to go. They kind of lean back a little bit, but they are going to try to set traps, it looks like. White, he's got it, goes inside, turns around, puts up the shot. That one's no good. And a rebound goes to Weston Marler. Boy, a quick possession. Just as I was saying, looks like Ridgewood likes to slow it down. They tried to put up a quick shot. Quick shot in transition. Asa Stiegel gets that one to go. And the Tornadoes, I think it's their biggest lead of the game so far. They lead by 3, 17-14. That is tipped and stolen away. Chance to add to that lead. Here's Kellen Hook, 2-on-2 the other way. Nice pass back to Stiegel, cutting to the basket, lays it up and in. A quick run. It is now 19-14 with 10 seconds to go here in the first half. And that one's nearly stolen away. 5 seconds to go. That is stripped. Jacob Hall comes away with it. 2 seconds, 1 second. And that is going to end our first half. No shot off, but a pretty chaotic end to that first half. My goodness, a 6-0 burst for the A-Town Tornadoes to end that half. And we've got a 19-14 game as we've played 2 quarters of basketball. 2 more to come. We'll take a look at the numbers right after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH, as we are at the end of our second quarter. So here at the half, we've got a great contest going on here. The A-Town Tornadoes now with a 19-14 lead after 2 quarters of basketball. And, I mean, it was a real quick burst right there at the end of that second quarter because, like I said, Ridgewood, it felt like had the momentum coming with under, 2.5 minutes to go. They ran the clock all the way down to under 2 minutes to go, actually, with a long possession, and they didn't get a shot off. And then A-Town came quickly in transition. They got a basket and a foul, and that sparked a run. Didn't get the and one free throw, however, but the basket and the foul made it the first basket, gave them the 15-14 lead, and then 2 more quick baskets in the last 90 seconds gives A-Town a 19-14 lead, and that 6-0 burst is the difference here in this game. That could be a turning point here in this game if A-Town continues this run and to come out of the second half. We'll certainly highlight that little segment right there, that about 90-second time frame. There was a lot going on there. There was some timeouts, a lot of chaos, steals, just some great plays by the Tornadoes to give them the 5-point lead. This is their biggest lead they've had here in the game. It's been a very competitive first half between the A-Town Tornadoes and the Ridgewood Spartans. Let's take a look at the scoring numbers as A-Town with the lead. We'll start with them. Only 3 players have scored for A-Town. The leading scorer is Drew Fouch. He has got 7 points. Then it's 6 points for Carter Redfern and 6 points for Asa Stiegel. And that's it. That's the only scoring numbers in the game for A-Town. But then you look at the other side for Ridgewood. They've only got they've only got 3 as well. I thought they only had 2, but then I scrolled down a little bit further. They do have 3. Alex White does have a 3. That was the one I missed. Ashton Staley leads the way for the Spartans. He has got 6. 5 points for Wes Sandberg, and then 3 points for Alex White. A very, very low-scoring affair between these two, but, I mean, it's kept the game competitive, and I tell you, we're looking forward to another great 2 quarters of basketball. I know I am. A-Town, it just seems like A-Town has to play close games. I don't know. I'm going to talk, if I get the chance to talk to Coach Link in the post game. I don't think they're allowed to have a game that is decided by 10 or more points. It just does not feel that way. We saw against Bushnell back on the 20th. The last game that I did, they were up big and felt like they were going to run away with it. But then the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartans, you got to give them credit. They came roaring back and made it a 2-point game. But then you look at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. Close game, a close win against the 4-seed Pittsfield, and then a close loss the next day to Macomb. Macomb would go on to the championship game. They would lose that championship game. However, like I said, very tough loss for A-Town, losing that one 37-31. Very close, low-scoring game there against Macomb, and then losing another tough one to Monmouth-Roseville, going 1-2 in that Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. But, again, they were all close. They're not the I think it was the Monmouth-Roseville game. It was decided by 10 or more points. But just you look at the games that they've had this season, very few games have been decided by more than a couple of possessions. So I feel like that just the way that this first half went, that's where this game is going to go. It's going to come down to kind of something similar to what we saw against Farmington or against Elmwood. One of those games that maybe the last team with the ball either wins the game or has the chance to make it a 2-possession game with a late foul situation. I mean, you never know. Basketball is a beautiful game that you can see one thing in 2 quarters, and then it could be a completely different story in the second half. So we'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. I'm excited for it. And I know you guys are excited for it here as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching. But once again, our score 19-14 is the score at the half. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we will have the second half of basketball right after this as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH as we get ready for the start of the second half. Both teams still not out on the floor, but we still have 2 minutes to go, so plenty of time for both teams to make their way out. But what a great first half. The A-Town Tornadoes leading the Ridgewood Spartans by the score of 19-14. A very low-scoring affair, but a close affair. Again, the Tornadoes with that halftime lead. As it continues to be a busy stretch for A-Town. They've got another game coming up, coming up on Friday on the road against Wethersfield. And then another quick turnaround. They'll be back here on the 9th, which, if my memory serves me right, the 9th will be next Tuesday, right back here at A-Town High School against Mercer County. And that'll be the next boys broadcast that we have here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. The girls, the A-Town girls, coming off of a win. They went to the Beardstown tournament and won that tournament. So they're coming off of that tournament win during the holiday season. And they are 13-4 this season, and they will play in the IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union Shootout. I think I said that right. But that is where they're going to be playing up in the Quad Cities. They play Galva, I think it's tomorrow, but then they play in that IH Mississippi Valley Shootout coming up on over the weekend on Saturday. And I don't know who they play in that game. We will not be up there in the Quad Cities, unfortunately, as the folks here at TSSR. We're going to have our hands full actually doing some Western Illinois stuff, I believe, if my memory serves me right. But anyway, so looking forward to that. But looking forward to a good stretch here as we get things started here in our second half. Third quarter, I'll put that up on the board here. Ridgewood starting with the basketball. They get it right side into the corner to Ashton Staley. Now back out up top. Number 13, that's Riley Couture. Only 3 players have scored for Ridgewood. Only 3 players have scored for A-Town. There's a left-handed shot. That one's up no good. Fight for that rebound. My goodness, and eventually coming away with it is Dre Anderson. And then he tries to get that one up the court, but he throws it away. A little Euro step. The shot no good. Offensive rebound, a bump and a foul. Wes Sandberg's shot was no good, by the way, but Ridgewood will keep it. Next boys broadcast, I'm trying to pull up the answer to that if you were asking. Oh, I've already talked about that. Next girls broadcast for A-Town, not going to be until the 8th. Back-to-back days with basketball here at A-Town. There's a whistle and a foul. And going to the free throw line, Riley Couture. He'll have a chance to get his first points here of the ball game. Yeah, the A-Town girls will take on Rova Williamsfield on Monday and then Tuesday of next week. I talked about that. The A-Town boys taking on Mercer County. Some good basketball ahead here for the Tornadoes of A-Town. We'll be along for at least the home games. As the free throw, that one's up and good. So I believe 1 for 2 from the line for Riley Couture. I missed the first free throw, I'm not going to lie. Missed the first free throw as I was taking a look at the schedule. Asa Stiegel gets it right side. Now he's got it again. Drives the baseline. Nice pass to Fouch. Left-handed shot. That one's up and good. Drew Fouch, who led the way in scoring for the Tornadoes in that first half. He's now up to 9 points. 21-15 our score. Back up top to Wes Sandberg. Right side to Couture. 6:27 to go here in the third. 21-15. Biggest lead of the day for A-Town. They lead it by 6. Nice pass to the baseline, backing down, putting up the shot, no good. Getting his own rebound is Ashton Staley. He's going to try again and miss again as Carter Redfern comes away with it. Here they come quickly. Asa Stiegel, a little Euro step, tried to bank that one in, no good. Fouch almost had it, and then he decided to tackle Staley. Good form on that tackle. Wrong sport. It is not football. Like I said, though, good form. Good form. I'm in a football mood after watching some of that college football. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to be here doing some basketball. It's nice play there on the inbound play. Kellen Hook comes away with it. Dre Anderson shot no good, but a foul. Man, after watching that college football on Monday night, New Year's Day, two of the best college games I've ever seen. Dre Anderson to the free throw line. He's scoreless here today. First free throw's up and good. He is scoreless no more. Yeah, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, the college football playoffs. Boy, those were two excellent, excellent college football games. Second free throw's up and good. Who do you got in the championship game? I'm leaning Washington, but I'm not sold on it quite yet. 5:50 to go. And that one's tipped out of bounds. Again, another good defensive play for A-Town, getting their hands in and breaking up passes. Nice pass on the inbounds play, but that one blocked away by A-Town, Here's Jacob Hall with it. In transition, they're moving quickly. Kellen Hook, right wing three! That one's up and good. Kellen Hook. And the lead grows to 11. Biggest lead of the day here by far for A-Town. Left-handed shot. That one's no good by Couture. And the rebound comes out. Here come the Tornadoes again. Jacob Hall, a little bank shot. That one's no good. Stiegel gets the offensive rebound, but then loses the handle. Scrap for the rebound goes to Ashton Staley. And there's a shot quickly in transition, quickly up by Garrett Vincent. And the rebound comes out. Here come the Tornadoes. Redfern taking it all the way to the basket. Left-handed layup. That one's up and good. What a shot by Carter Redfern. And the lead is up to 13. It's 28. Oops. I don't have the right score on there. 28-15. Step back, three on the way. Trying to get an answer. That one's no good by Vincent. It goes out of bounds. And it will be A-Town basketball. 28-15 is the score. A 9-1 start to this third quarter. After a 6-0 start, or a 6-0 end to the first half, so a 15-1 run in all for A-Town since about a minute and a half left in the first half. Nice pass to Redfern, free throw line. Jumper, that's up and good. Carter Redfern into double figures. He leads the scoring with 10. 30-15 now the score. Spinning, kicking that one into the corner. Vincent thought about the shot. Instead, drives, tried to get it to Staley, but it's tipped and stolen away by Stiegel. A bump and a foul going to be called on Ashton Staley. And with 4:01 to go, picking up his third foul. And a timeout is called by Ridgewood. They need some answers, and quickly. They trail 30-15. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
Welcome back to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. I paused there as we were coming back from break. Wanted to make sure that the announcement from the PA guy wasn't anything important. I don't think it was, but I didn't hear it all. So if I missed some news, I apologize. 4:01 to go here in our third quarter, and this run, it just continues. It was a 6-0 run to end the first half for the A-Town Tornadoes, giving them a 19-14 lead. And since then, they have gotten on an 11-1 run. So the full run is 17-1. Nice pass to Hook. He drives to the baseline, turns around. Oh, good pass, little bounce pass there to Dre Anderson, who's rocking the pink shoes here tonight. Weston Marler back to Jacob Hall. Now back to Anderson, into the corner. Nice ball movement. Three! That one's up and good for Kellen Hook. He's got 2 threes here in the quarter. And the lead grows to 33-15. A little pressure from A-Town. Vincent's got it, goes to the free throw line, threw it off the face of his teammate Ashton Staley, and a turnover. That's a tough turnover there for Staley. I don't think he'll get credited for it. Another 3 on the way. Kellen Hook. Oh, that one halfway down and out. Rebound comes out. Here come the Spartans, trailing by 18. 20-1 run. Vincent, his three's no good. And the rebound comes out. Here come the Tornadoes. Into the corner. Anderson thought about a shot. Gets it to Hall, top of the key. Little mid-range floater. I don't think Hall meant to shoot that one. It goes out of bounds, though, off the hands of Alex White. And it will stay here. We did have a timeout there a short time ago, so I was updating that. Oh, nice play. Asa Stiegel gets wide open on the inbounds play, and Asa Stiegel lays that one up and in. 35-15. This was a 19-point game, or excuse me, this was a 19-14 game at the half. A foul is called on A-Town. That's Jacob Hall. 2:31 to go here in our third quarter. Nice cut to the basket for Ridgewood. An extra pass, laying that one up and in. Ashton Staley, finally an answer for the Spartans. They get the layup, but they still trail big here in this one, 35-17. Marler, he's got it. Now to Anderson. Into the corner to Stiegel. Cross-court pass back to Anderson. Kellen Hook thought about it. Gets it back to Stiegel, back to Anderson. Boy, this is great ball movement here. Nice pass, so a little bit too much on it, though, to Hall. Able to save it, get it to Hook. Back into the corner it goes. Hall drives the baseline, kicks it out. There's another 3, left wing! Kellen Hook, he's red hot here in the quarter. 3 threes, and the lead grows to 21. 38-17 with 1:33 to go here in the third. I think Coach Link heard what I said during the halftime show as a shot goes up and in. Ashton Staley banking that one up and in. He's into double figures. And quickly, here come A-Town. Shot no good. Another offensive rebound. 2 offensive rebound and shots for Jacob Hall. Unable to get them to go. 38-19 our score. A deep 3 for Vincent. That one barely hit the iron. I mean, he was at that line, that volleyball line right there. And then a strong pass the other way out of the reach of Jacob Hall. I knew I had it right. Why is the scoreboard being funky with me here? 30. I was all self-conscious that I had missed a bucket, but I did not. I was right. 38-19, A-Town with the lead. They have outscored Ridgewood 19-5 here in this quarter. A 25-5 run dating back to a minute and a half in the first half. Staley's shot is no good, but that's blocked. And a foul. And again, Staley, Ashton Staley, who's in double figures here tonight, he will go to the line. Drew Fouch picks up the foul. That is the team's 5th. So the rest of the quarter, only 42.9 seconds to go, but Ridgewood is in the bonus as the first free throw rattles around and falls off the iron, no good. Checking into the game here, Sean Watt, number 42. First time seeing him here in the game today. Asa Stiegel, I believe, back into the game as well. And the second free throw, no good. And then an over-the-back call. So things just going from bad to worse for the Spartans. 38-19, 42.2 seconds to go here in our third quarter. Here comes Carter Redfern, 2-on-1 the other way. Skipped that one to Weston Marler, but unable to handle the basketball, losing it out of bounds. And with 37.5 seconds to go here in the third, Spartans will have the basketball here. Sean Watt will inbound it. Asa Stiegel back out of the game. Let's see who checked in for him. Aiden Stromson checks into the game for the first time here today. All right. Under 30 seconds to go here in the third. What a third quarter this has been. One of the best quarters of basketball I'd say I've seen personally from the A-Town Tornadoes. Whether it is or not, because I don't travel with them. Fouls on number 21, Sam Stamp. Or excuse me, that foul's on, I was looking at the wrong roster. Number 21, Weston Marler, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Free throws upcoming here for Sean Watt. 16.2 seconds to go here. First free throw's up and good for Watt, so he's on the score sheet. (38-20) now is our score. Second free throw, that one short. Oh, that one off the head of Dre Anderson. And coming away with the offensive rebound are the Spartans. 9 seconds to go. They'll probably hold for the last shot here. 5 seconds. Up top to Sandberg. He's going to shoot. 1 second to go. That one's no good. And that's how the quarter will come to an end. What a quarter it was. The A-Town Tornadoes with a 38-20 lead. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Fourth quarter of action about to get underway. What a quarter it was, the third quarter for the A-Town Tornadoes. Outscoring Ridgewood 19-6. I mean, that quarter, you couldn't ask for better execution on both sides of the ball for the Tornadoes in a game that was really close at the half, 19-14, and it was 14-13 with about a minute and a half to go in that first half, and then we saw that little 6-0 burst to end it, and, I highlighted it in the halftime show, and I said that might be a moment that we look back on, and if the Tornadoes go on a run, and sure enough, they did. You got to credit Coach Link getting his boys going during the halftime intermission. And a whistle and a foul, the bucket up and good. Oh, they're going to wave it off. They're going to say an offensive foul for Ridgewood on Roy Sandberg. Was it 22 or 25? Might have been number 22, because that's Garrett Vincent. Oh, no, it was number 25. Okay, Roy Sandberg. His 4th foul. I haven't seen him much here tonight. Nice pass to the baseline to Stiegel. Now back up top. Wait, look at this ball movement here. Jacob Hall kicks it into the corner. Dre Anderson, left wing 3. That one's no good. Offensive rebound goes to Hall, but it's stripped away. Nice play by Sean Watt to come away with it. 45 seconds into this 4th quarter. 38-20. Good to have everybody along here this evening. Sandberg gets it. Now back to the other Sandberg. Wes Sandberg. Backing down is Staley. Sandberg, left side, left baseline shot. That one's no good. Offensive rebound, the putback. That one off, no good. But an offensive rebound again. Wes Sandberg, a lot of contact. And a whistle. And a technical foul is called on Ridgewood. Wes Sandberg going to pick that one up. That's the 2nd technical foul we've seen here tonight. As the officials have a conversation. I don't know if there was a foul before that technical got called or what the case was. They are going over to the scorer's table, the officials, to discuss. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Kellen Hook for A-Town. That'd be the first foul. Oh, I've got the Spartans still in the bonus. And there went the score bug. Technical fouls issued to both sides. Well, that is interesting. So I don't think that accounts to anything. No free throws or anything like that. So with all that said and done, the Spartans still trailing by 18. Nice defensive play, though. But then, nearly coming away with it. Staley driving all the way to the basket. No good on the shot, but it's going to be a blocking foul. So Ashton Staley going to go back to the line and shoot some free throws. I failed to update the scoreboard after I tried to fix it. That's my apologies there. This is the score, by the way, 38-20. 6:32 to go here in our 4th quarter as the free throw, when that one rattles off Ashton Staley. He's got 10 points to lead the way for Ridgewood. And he misses the second one. Another struggle from the free throw line here for Ridgewood. Marler gets the rebound. Here comes Jacob Hall now. Double team at the midcourt stripe, and a timeout is called. Full timeout for A-Town. They're down to 1 left, I believe, as we'll take a timeout with them. Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. As we are at the 6:22 mark here in quarter number 4. A-Town with an 18-point lead. Biggest lead of the game, I believe, so far here for A-Town. No, they led by 20. They led by 20 or 21. So that is a lie. Don't listen to that. But boy, what a turn of events this second half has really been. And again, it all goes back to that little burst that they've got at the end of the first half, and especially start that second half. And now the officials are trying to keep this game in check. That one goes off the foot and into the stands, heads up. Everybody's awake now. There's a fella with a jersey. I don't know if you can see him, number 40. He's got that number 41 jersey. has his hand on his chest, had to catch his breath a little bit after that one. Good ball movement here from A-Town after all that. Shots up no good by Redfern, and the rebound comes out to the Spartans. 38-20. Great defensive showing here for the A-Town defense. Ridgewood only scoring 6 points here in the second half. There's a shot no good by Vincent. Offensive rebound goes to Sandberg. Sandberg trying to get another shot off. A tie-up is called, and the possession arrow will keep it here. Both teams now with 2 fouls. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Pass inbound goes to Sandberg, and he walks with it. Roy Sandberg, he's had a tough day. He's got 4 fouls here in the game, no points. And he just turned it over there. 5:45 to go here in the fourth. Neither team has scored here in our fourth quarter. And here comes Redfern. He's trying to change that. Cutting all the way to the basket. My goodness. What a shot for Carter Redfern. Whistle and the ball goes out of bounds. And it will stay here. They got to inbound it from the corner. Coffin corner, they like to call it sometimes.
Never heard that before.
Well, you've never watched basketball then, have you?
No, I'm a football type person.
Well, the coffin corner, they have that in football too. Nice strip. Talking to my camera girl, Alyssa. Carter Redfern in transition. May have dropped the shoulder there, and he's going to get called for the offensive foul. She's never heard the term coffin corner, and she says she's a football fan.
Are you making fun of me over there?
Well, I'm just saying they do have the coffin corner in football. But in the in basketball terms, those corners, when you have to inbound it from the corner, that's often coffin corner, because nobody likes to inbound it there. Nice pass. Sandberg gonna lay that one up and in. Roy Sandberg found himself wide open, and he gets his first basket on what has been an otherwise tough day for him. 4 fouls. Now finally picking up his first 2 points. Nice pass to Hall on the baseline. Jacob Hall lays it up and in. Good find there from Asa Stiegel. 4:45 to go. It's 42-22. Sandberg trying to save it and losing the handle. Weston Marler came away with it, and they're going to say out of bounds off of Ridgewood. So, or they're going to say no, out of bounds off of A-Town, excuse me. Ridgewood will keep the basketball. Into Vincent, left wing 3 on the inbound. Finally getting one to go is Garrett Vincent. He's been trying a lot of this second half, hoisting up threes. Unsuccessful until that one. Here comes Ridgewood in transition. Shots up, no good by Watt. Offensive rebound. Sandberg puts it back, no, but a foul. And boy, these last, 30 seconds or so on the game clock, Ridgewood's been playing pretty decent here. Still trailing by 17, but they definitely have the momentum going right now with that 3. Getting the foul. Drew Fouch in the game. First free throw no good, by the way, for Roy Sandberg. Heck of a football player. Misses the second free throw. And A-Town will have it. Well, that feels like a missed opportunity there for the Spartans. Cross-court pass nearly tipped and stolen away. Fouch gets it to Redfern. Free throw line. Under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth. Redfern. That is stolen away. Nice play by Watt. He's going to take it all the way to the basket and lay that one up and in. Sean Watt with his first field goal of the game. And the Spartans cut it to a 15-point deficit. Kellen Hook nearly turns it over. Redfern loses the handle, but they say he was fouled. I've been doing it all night long, and wouldn't you know it, I've done it again. Weston Marler checking back into the game here. I'm trying to update the fouls here, but I am just having a heck of a time. The timeouts are on here, and they're in the position that the fouls usually are, so that's been my problem here tonight. Asa Stiegel on the inbound, a little turnaround, mid-range shot, no good. A rebound comes out, and all by himself in transition. No foul. They say that one just out of bounds. A nice play getting back for A-Town. That was Owen Anderson wide open. One of the few times we said Owen Anderson's name here tonight. 3:22 to go here in the fourth. Nice pass getting it into Watt, who lays it up and in on the inbounds play. Sean Watt with back-to-back buckets. And the lead is down to 13. Fouch, nice pass to Anderson in the corner. Gets it back to Fouch. That's tipped and stolen away. Oh, they called a foul. They called a foul, so no steal for Ridgewood. They're going to get that foul away from the ball. That was on Sean Watt. Or no, that was on Sandberg, number 25. Roy Sandberg fouling out of this game. And with 3:05 to go here in the fourth, 42-19. Nice little run here, though, for Ridgewood. They trailed 40-20 on a 9-2 run of their own. Inbound play goes to Fouch. Now to Anderson. Dre Anderson, top of the key. Double team coming. Boy, that double team, now there's a triple team on him. That is tipped and stolen away again by Sean Watt. Boy, he's been all over the court here in this quarter. Shots up, no good by Vincent. Rebound goes to A-Town, nearly stolen away. Got to get it up quickly. Fouch is bumped and fouled. And that will be, I believe, free throws now for Fouch. Owen Anderson picks up the foul, number 14. It's his second, team's fifth. We'll send the Tornadoes to the line. First free throw's up and good by Drew Fouch. He's now into double figures. He's got 10 points. Carter Redfern leading the way in scoring for A-Town with 12. So he's right behind him. First free throw good, makes it 43-29. And the second free throw's up and good. 44-29. And the inbounds play is tipped and stolen away. Andre Anderson trying to put up a shot, and he is fouled. Boy, what a turn of events. Felt like Ridgewood had all the momentum going there. 9-2 run of their own. And then two quick fouls putting A-Town to the free throw line. And Dre Anderson has a chance to make this a 17-point game as he makes the first free throw, makes it a 16-point game. And it's 45-29. Second free throw off the back iron, no good. It's tipped by Fouch to himself. What a play there to get the offensive rebound. 2.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Right side, it's Kellen Hook. Double team comes, looking for help, trying to get it to Stiegel, and they say he's the last to touch it. That was a close play there in the corner. Both teams technically in the bonus. A-Town hasn't committed their fifth foul, but once they do, that'll put them over the limit. Trying to come away with it is A-Town. That was a weird sequence there. A tie-up is going to send it back to A-Town, so they'll have the ball with 2:13 to go here in the fourth. (45-29). Lower scoring fourth quarter here for A-Town after a wild third quarter for them. Nice pass to Drew Fouch cutting to the basket. Carter Redfern, mid-range left-handed floating shot up and good. Carter Redfern leading the way. He's got 14 points. And Whistle out of bounds. 47-29 with 1:54 to go here in the fourth. Ridgewood with the basketball. Staley, he's been pretty quiet here in the second half after a really good first half. Staley back with it, losing the handle, able to get it to his teammate into the corner. Sean Watt gonna shoot a three, that's no good. And the rebound comes out to Kellen Hook. Coming up on 90 seconds to go here in this ball game. Nice pass to Redfern. He's going to cut to the basket again. Left-handed layup, no good. Tried to get a little acrobatic on that one. Unsuccessful. Minute 20 to go. Shot up by Vincent, no good. And the rebound comes out to Kellen Hook. Asa Stiegel. And Hook playing hot potato. And then Asa Stiegel walked with it. 1:07 to go here in the fourth. It'll be Spartan basketball. New face in the game here for the Spartans. A lot of new faces here in the game. Let me see if I can get them here. Connor McKeague. 42, Sean Watt still in the game. Number 21, that's Sean Stamp. Number 11 is Zach Arredondo. And 14 is Owen Anderson. So that's the lineup here for Ridgewood. Let's see if I can get these names in quick here for A-Town before this game comes to an end. Some of them are on the JV roster. I'm going to have to pull up my JV roster here real quick. Backing down. Nice cut to the basket. Shots up and good by Zach Arredondo. And that gets the Spartans back on the board, trailing by 16. However, 35 seconds to go. Colby Hightower checking into the game here. 11 is Aiden Stromson. I was right, first time. Number 15 is Kyle McVeigh. As that one is nearly thrown away. Hightower is able to save it. They say it was tipped. Number 25, Cole Scheckler into the game. Weston Marler in there as well for A-Town. 7 seconds to go. That should do it. A-Town Tornadoes riding a dominant third quarter to a 47-31 win here tonight over the Spartans of Ridgewood. What a game it was for the Tornadoes. We will wrap this one up and possibly talk to head coach Corey Link here in the post game. We'll see if he makes his way up here. We're going to take a timeout, take a look at the numbers, and we'll be back right after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call. TSSR Game Time Live brought to you by MDH. Final score here, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, the A-Town Tornadoes picking up their 8th win of the season. They moved to 8-9 on the year as they knock off the Spartans of Ridgewood 47-31, an excellent contest here. And this was a much closer game. You know, you look at the score, this was a very close game in the first half where you saw it was a 1-point game with about 90 seconds to go, and then a quick 6-0 burst to end the first half for A-Town. Really turned this game on its head, and then that was all the momentum that they needed. They took off and ran with it as they outscore the Spartans in the third quarter 19-6 and take their way to a 47-31 final here tonight to get their 8th win of the season. And it's been a very busy stretch here for the Tornadoes of A-Town, as they're, of course, coming in off the holiday tournament over there in Macomb, and where they picked up a big win against Pittsfield, but then losing their last two. So this was kind of a very important game, getting your first home game back after the Christmas break, after those two tough losses to end the weekend up there in Macomb. This was a very, very important contest for them, and to take care of business, especially the way they did it in the second half, to take care of business, that's certainly going to give head coach Corey Link a lot of confidence going into the start of this second half of basketball, where they're going to have a lot of tough opponents on their schedule. They've got names like Mercer County, Weathersfield, Galva, Rova, Williamsfield. I mean, just it's a lot of very tough teams on the docket. Knoxville on the road, Anawan, Stark County. I mean, that's a tough schedule right there, folks. Those are very, very good high school programs, and I don't know what how those schools are doing this season. But you know, there's a good chance that those are going to be dogfights for the A-Town Tornadoes. So to get this win here tonight against Ridgewood, which again was giving them a dogfight. This was a very low-scoring game there in that first half, only 19-14. But then that big run that they went on, I think it was 21-1 before it was all said and done. Boy, it was a big change. Big change in the second half was all Tornadoes, and they were able to walk away with a 47-31 final score. Let's take a look at the scoring numbers before we wrap things up here. Possibly talking to head coach Corey Link. I'm looking to see if he's going to make his way out back onto the floor. Maybe try to signal him up here if he gets the chance. If he doesn't, we certainly understand. Leading the way for A-Town, the leading scorer is Carter Redfern. He had an excellent second half as he finishes with 14 points, 11 points there for Drew Fouch. It was 9 points in the game for Kellen Hook, 8 points in the game for Asa Stiegel, and then 3 points, all from the free throw line, for Dre Anderson. And that was all the scoring. Kellen Hook, with 9 points coming in, having 3 threes, and I think they were all in that third quarter. He was a big reason that the Tornadoes were able to get out to that big lead after 3 quarters. Taking a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spartans of Ridgewood. Their leading scorer tonight goes to Ashton Staley. He had a good first half, but very, very quiet there in that second half. He finishes with 10 points. 5 points for Wes Sandberg, 3 points for Garrett Vincent, 5 points off the bench for Sean Watt, a 3 points in the game for Alex White, and 2 points for Roy Sandberg. Roy Sandberg had a tough day. He fouled out. He fouled out with just those 2 points. Just didn't see a lot of time on the floor. He was in the starting lineup, but because of foul trouble, he wasn't out there on the floor all that much here tonight. But there's the scoring break. Oh, Riley Couture, excuse me, I missed him. He had 1 point off the bench. Or no, he wasn't off the bench. He was in the starting lineup here tonight. Riley Couture, though, a quiet night for him, finishing with 1 point. Zach Arredondo, that's the guy off the bench I wanted to get to. He finished with 2 points. So Staley, Watt, White, Vincent, Sandberg, the other Sandberg, Wes Sandberg, Arredondo, and Couture. I think those are your scorers for the Spartans here this evening. And as I take a look at the schedule here, as we're trying to kill a little bit of time here and possibly talk to head coach Corey Link, we'll give him a couple more minutes here I'm not going to stand here and wait forever, but we'll see if Coach Corey Link will make his way up here to chat with us here in the Crow's Nest. The thing is, their locker room is at the top left of your screen, so he's got to come all the way from the locker room on the top left corner of your screen there, all the way up here to the Crow's Nest. So it's a little bit of a longer haul for him, so I'm going to buy him a few extra minutes here if I can. But, you know, as I talked about, it is going to be a tough schedule ahead for the A-Town Tornadoes. They've got some big names on the schedule here. Wethersfield, they hit the road and go to Wethersfield on Friday, so a quick turnaround for them. Then they're back here on Tuesday, where they'll take on Mercer County. That'll be our next broadcast here on TSSR. And then a couple more road contests against Monmouth United and Galva before they finally come back on the 19th against Rova Williamsfield. Another road game against Princeville, and then they will be here against the West Central. Wow, that is a long break. The 6th. So boys contests, we have the 9th, the 19th, and then we don't have another broadcast until the 6th here from A-Town High School. That is wild, my goodness. But anyway, so that's just something to keep in mind, as that is the schedule upcoming for the A-Town Tornadoes. This is a very talented team, and, you know, a win like this, the way they played in that third quarter, could certainly spark them going on a run here. But, boy, it's like, if they do go on a run, unfortunately, we're not going to see much of it here on TSSR unless they play another one of the teams that we cover, because we do just the home games here for the A-Town Tornadoes. Let's take a look. We do have girls basketball, though, coming up for A-Town. I think they've got some more games a little more frequently than the girls do, or the boys do, excuse me. Let's take a look here. We're at the 3rd, so girls basketball for A-Town. We'll be back here on Monday. A-Town will take on Rova Williamsfield. And then the A-Town boy, oh, wow, that's it until after the boys are back in town the next time. And then, wow, we don't do another girls basketball game till the 24th. Oof. So we're getting into a stretch of the schedule where TSSR not going to be doing a lot of A-Town broadcasts because they're going to be hitting the road. Now, again, they may be playing some of the teams that we cover here on TSSR. I got to see what the rest of their schedule looks like. But the girls here at A-Town High School are really playing well. They went into Beardstown and won the holiday tournament there at Beardstown last week. So, and Kennedy Quinn, if you do not know her name, and, of course, if you're watching and you're an A-Town fan, obviously you know that name. But if you are maybe a Ridgewood fan or just a basketball fan in general, if you don't know the name Kennedy Quinn, you need to get familiar with it. That girl can play basketball, and she is just a freshman, and she won tournament MVP at the Beardstown tournament. So that just shows you how good that girl is. So I think that is going to wrap things up here. We've stalled enough, I think, as still waiting to see if Coach Link, I might just have to go down there and remind him that next time we're back in town. Of course, again, it's going to be a while. Well, no, there he is walking out of the tunnel. I'll see if I can flag him down here. And he just gave me the thumbs up, so he's going to make his way up here. So, all right, I got to get his mic ready then here. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have Coach Corey Link right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
You have a good Christmas?
I did. As we're back here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH, and that voice you just heard is the head coach of the A-Town boys basketball team. Head coach Corey Link up here for a couple of minutes here before we wrap things up on the broadcast here tonight. Congratulations, Coach. Happy New Year. It's been a while since you and I talked here, but I tell you what, a great win coming off of that holiday break, of course, coming off the holiday tournament last week. How important was this game to you guys coming off of what was a couple of tough contests there to wrap up the holiday tournament?
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, and Happy New Year to yourself. But yeah, this was kind of a feel me game, if that kind of makes sense. We talked about it. You know, we got kind of high expectations for conference play, and so we needed to come out and make a statement. It was kind of a rusty, ugly first quarter especially, but then we kind of got it going late, right before half, and then kind of asserted our will in the second half. But no, it was really important. We wanted to make a statement. We wanted to let people know, hey, you know, we are somebody that can contend in the conference, and we had a pretty good showing. Yeah, I know we went 1-2 down there at WIU, but we played 3 really good teams and got a big win against Pittsfield, and then competed. You know, we had a shot against Macomb, and whenever you do that, you know, you're playing pretty good basketball, and I feel like we are playing pretty good basketball right now. We've kind of figured out if we could still clean up some issues, but every coach is going to say that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And especially coming off of, like I said, the holiday break, a lot of distractions for the kids, you know, dealing with family things and functions like that.
Right. No school today, you know, not in a routine, stuff like that. So you never know what you're going to get out of something like that. But no, I thought we were sluggish to begin with, but then we got it together and kind of asserted ourselves, like I said.
What do you think changed, though? You kind of highlighted it there a minute ago, but what do you think changed at about I'd say the 90 seconds left in the first half? It felt like this game just kind of turned on its head. It was a quick 6-0 burst. You were down 14-13 at that point. You go on that 6-0 run. You lead 19-14 at the half. What changed and then led to the just dominant third quarter that you guys had?
It was just effort, really. It was energy, effort. You know, we weren't like I tell them all the time. We weren't focused. We weren't our normal, typical self, being engaged with it early. You know, normally we're a pretty good starting team. At least this year we have been, but we were sluggish to get going, and they kind of took us out of things that we wanted to do. They were slow and methodical on the offensive end. But no, once we kind of went into our full court press and ran and jumped them a little bit, we got our energy and our legs underneath of us and got some quick easy ones, and then, like you said, it was a quick 6-0 run that kind of got us enthusiastic, I should say, into it. You know, you hate seeing it. It shouldn't be that
right.
Shouldn't be that long into a game before you're into it. But you have nights like that, and give a lot of credit to our guys to battle through it, and then kind of just like you said, dominate that third quarter and hold on. You know, we got it up 20, and then we just kind of iced it away there late.
Talking to the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link, after a 47-31 final score here tonight from A-Town High School. We'll wrap this up here quickly there, Coach, but you've got some more basketball ahead there. But, I look at the score sheet. You know, it was it wasn't one guy sticking out. You kind of had a number of guys. You had a couple of guys in double figures. You had Kellen Hook hit some big threes there in that third quarter. Carter Redfern finishes with 14 points. It's kind of a full team effort tonight. Are those the kind of nights you like to see, or do you like maybe somebody taking charge? What kind of nights do you prefer?
No, that's the best thing about this group. You know, we got 4 or 5 guys night in, night out that can be our leading scorer. You know, it needs to be a balanced effort. You know, if we have 5 guys that are getting 12 a night, you know, that's great. You know, but like tonight, you know, Carter had 14, like you said, and everybody else kind of chipped in. You know, he can get off and he can get 20. Kellen Hook can get off and get 20. Drew or Asa can go and get 20. You know, so it's tough on opponents because you never know if you put your best defender on one of our guards, then the other guy can go off, or if you got something. So it's nice. And then you got Jacob Hall off the bench and Dre Anderson. rounding out the starting 5. Any one of those guys is capable of getting 15 plus too. So it's kind of a nice luxury to have. But we're always going to hang our head on the defensive end and try to turn people over, and that's how we're going to win games. Because sometimes it's just shots aren't going to fall for us, and we got to be able to defend.
Quick turnaround for you guys. Friday game on the road against Wethersfield. Of course, the kids getting back into their routine with going back to school tomorrow.
Yep.
What are you expecting there Friday against Wethersfield?
It's going to be a tough physical game. I know record-wise they don't have a great record, but they've played a tough schedule, and it's going to be physical. And here on out, man, every game in the conference, there's everybody's kind of familiar with everybody, and there's always rivalries from football season and chippiness. You never know. So I expect a good battle Friday night. We'll get some shots up tomorrow and get a little bit of a game plan on Wethersfield, and hopefully we move to 2-0.
All right, he's the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link. After a 47-31 win, the A-Town Tornadoes moving to 8-9 on the season. And we will be back here on Tuesday for the next time that you have a home game. So we'll be back on Tuesday. But was that Stark County or something like that?
I think it's Mercer
County.
Yeah,
one of those counties.
Tough one.
One of those counties, and it should be a good one here on TSSR. But for head coach Corey Link and our camera girl Alyssa, my name's Wyatt Reed. It's been an absolute pleasure broadcasting this one here from A-Town High School. 47-31 A-Town with the win. Thanks for joining us on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.